So we are a week removed from Alexander Povetkin's one-punch knockout of Dillian Whyte over there in England at Eddie Hearn's fight camp. Dillian Whyte was a number one contender for, I believe, the WBC belt. It was really just a fight he didn't have to take. It was supposed to be a tune-up fight, and things happen. Povetkin, I believe, is 41 years old, something like that. He's an old man. Was an adequate boxer in his prime. Very capable guy, but kind of came up short in his biggest moments. Um, Still, very, very good fighter. Kind of seemed to be beyond his best days. So it was pretty shocking to see him win, especially the way he did. Dillian Whyte, winning the fight, knocked him down twice, I believe in the fourth round. Came out in the fifth early on, kind of looked like he was going for the kill, and then bam, short left uppercut from Povetkin put Dillian Whyte out cold. Uh, Very sudden and shocking turn of events. Dillian Whyte had mostly dominated the fight up to that point. He had the quicker hands. Seemed like the younger, fresher guy. Like they say, one punch can change everything, and it did. Eddie Hearn's promoter, Dillian Whyte, was saying afterwards that he wanted the rematch right away. So it seems a little odd when a guy gets knocked out cold like that. But we'll see what happens. As for Povetkin, I think it keeps him in, I won't say contention, but it keeps him in line for another payday. So another big fight. He was, of course, supposed to fight Deontay Wilder a few years back, I think on multiple occasions. Got popped for steroids, if I remember correctly. So back then, it actually would have been an interesting fight. Nowadays, maybe because Wilder's coming off a loss, a knockout loss, maybe it's a little bit interesting. Uh, wouldn't hold my breath that that fight happens. I think the rematch is probably the most likely event, and it'll be interesting because of the outcome and the way this fight went. So, like I said, Dillian Whyte was in line. He was supposed to be a contender for the winner of Fury Wilder, but I believe he'd actually been in line for that spot for quite a while. So it's one of those things. It wasn't really going to make money. I don't think either side was interested in the fight. Definitely not going to happen now. So we'll see what happens for him. But as far as the fight goes, like I said, Dillian Whyte came out. Both of these guys, they're kind of not the most agile guys. Granted, they're heavyweights, but when you see guys like Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, there's some real sleek-footed heavyweights right now. Neither one of these guys are on that level, not with the footwork. It was a good fight, though. It was, they were throwing some punches. They were letting their hands go. Dillian Whyte, his hand speed is very impressive for a big guy. Footwork, not so much. Hand speed, yes. And especially fighting against Povetkin. Povetkin was kind of a sitting duck. He was just there. He was, doing subtle things, and he was trying to counter, but he was having trouble for most of the fight. Like I said, early on in that fifth round, though, he figured something out. He landed the left uppercut, put Dillian Whyte out cold. Early on, Dillian Whyte was, he was in the exchanges, getting the better of it. Put Povetkin down twice in the fourth round. Didn't seem to hurt him that bad. More like flash knockdowns, but put him down twice. Whenever a guy goes down twice in the round, it seems like the writing's on the wall. The writing was on the wall, but not the way we thought. But like I said, for Povetkin, it's a good victory. He puts himself in line for another payday at the very least. Should get himself one more big fight. I think it'll be the rematch, but we shall see. Dillian Whyte might wind up taking some time off. Who knows? But it was a fun fight. We'll see what happens next for both guys.